Hello student, in this video tutorial we will discuss about some important application of total internal reflection. So everyone know about total internal reflection. Whenever a ray of light passing from a denser medium to rarer medium with an angle of incidence greater than the critical angle, then the ray does not refracted into the second medium. It is totally reflected back into the first medium by obeying the laws of reflection, and that phenomenon is called total internal reflection. So first one is sparkling of diamond. So the critical angle is inversely proportional to the refractive index. That means higher value of refractive index means critical angle is smaller. The diamond, it have a very high value of refractive index, that is about 2.42, and for that refractive index the critical angle is very small, it is about 24.41 degree. Okay, due to the small value of critical angle, when light enters into the diamonds, it will face difficulties to get refracted from the diamond to the air or to the another medium, as it will make very small, as it will make an angle less greater than or equal to 24.41 degree inside the diamond. Okay, the refracted ray will be on, it will face problem to get outside of the diamond, and the refracted ray will only possible, the refraction of ray will only possible if the angle of incidence will become less than the critical angle value, that is 24.41 degree. Okay, and the face of diamond are so called that light which enters inside the crystal suffer total internal reflection repeatedly. Okay, that means at every phase the light will make an angle greater than the critical angle. Okay, and hence as the light suffers total internal reflection repeatedly, the lights get collected inside the diamond, and which makes the diamond dazzle, and which makes it sparkle. Okay, see, let's consider this is a diamond. Okay, this shape are so designed that at every phase maximum time the light will make an angle greater than the, or ray of light will make an angle greater than the critical angle. See, light is entering from one this side, it is making an angle, some angle, that means the outside is rarer medium and this is denser medium. Okay, diamond is denser medium, rare to denser means it will get closer to the normal, and next for this phase the ray of light will try to get refracted into the outside medium, air. Okay, but here the angle of incidence, is greater than the critical angle. The angle of incidence is critical angle, that means it will refracted back into the other side, and here also total internal reflection take place. Same thing at every phase, total internal reflection will take place. Okay, that means light get collected inside the diamond and cause the diamond dazzle. Okay, clear? Now mirage. So what is mirage? Let's understand what is mirage. Mirage is an Optical illusion created due to the phenomenon of total internal reflection. Person traveling in hot desert or cold terrain road sometimes see the presence of water at a distant place in which the surrounding object like trees, electric pole, etc. appears to be inverted, which is nothing but an illusion, and this phenomenon is termed as mirage. So the earth atmosphere is consist of several layers of air. The layer of air which is nearer to the hot earth surface is more hotter than the next above layer. Okay, that means with increasing the layer, the temperature is getting decreased. With increasing layer, the temperature decrease, and hence the refractive index increase. If temperature is decreasing, that means the refractive index will increase, and hence the optical density will increase with increasing in the layer. That means the layer of air which is closer to the layer of air which is closer to the hotter surface having less refractive index than the hottest layer. This layer is the topmost layer. This layer is having a refractive index of mu1, and this bottom layer is having a refractive index of what? Mu2. That means mu2 is less than mu1, we can say, and the refractive index is decreasing in the layer. Okay, and when a ray of light from a distant object travels towards the earth's surface, the ray will bend more and more away from the normal, and till it surpasses the critical value and reflected back towards the normal. This reflected ray of light moves up and reaches the observer eye, by virtue of which the observer will see the inverted image in the direction of light. Okay, so how does this image getting formed in the mirage? Let's see. This is the earth surface. This is the first layer. This is the earth surface. This is the first layer, second layer, third layer, fourth layer, fifth layer. This is the object. That means if we approach towards top from bottom of the earth, then temperature decrease, and with increasing the height, refractive index is increasing. If a ray of light is passing from top layer to the very next layer, that means it is reflecting from a denser layer to a rarer layer, because this layer is having high refractive index than the very next to this layer at the bottom side. Okay, so it is reflecting to a rarer medium. That means the ray of light will bend away from the normal. Again another denser medium to another rarer medium, it is get more bend away from the normal. Again it will get more bend away from the normal. So during this process, it will approach a certain condition when the incident angle will surpass the critical angle value, and at that time the ray of light totally reflected back by obeying the laws of reflection, and if an observer present in the direction of ray of light, and that observer will see an image in the direction of the reflected light. Okay, and the image is inverted in nature. Okay, totally reflected prism, it is a right angle isoscale prism. Okay, then whenever a ray of light falls normally on any face, it gets incident on the inside face at an angle of 45 degree. and that angle is greater than the critical angle of class, that is about 42 degree, and hence the ray will totally reflected and total internal reflection take place. Okay, so this prism may be used in three ways. First one, to deviate the ray through 90 degree. To deviate the ray through 90 degree. So how the rays are getting deviate through 90 degree? See. So by definition we know that the totally reflecting prism is a right angle isoscale prism. That means this is 90 degree and this side is having same length. Okay, same length. Then if a ray is approaching one of the shorter face, okay, suppose this ray is falling in this shorter face A, B, C, okay, A, B, C. Normally, that means it will get refracted normally also, and here in the hypotenuse it is making an angle 45 degree. So how it is making an angle 45 degree? These two rays are, this rays and this side is parallel to each other. That means this angle and this angle is 45 degree. If this angle is 45 degree, if this angle is 45 degree, this is normal, this is normal. That means this angle plus this angle equal to 90 degree. So this incident angle will become 90 degree minus 45 degree. So ultimately the incident angle will be 45 degree. Okay, 45 degree. So it is making an angle of 45 degree with normal at the inside face. So 45 degree means that angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle value. That means the ray of light will get refracted totally, right? It will get refracted totally. It will get reflected totally. Okay, then by obeying the laws of reflection, the ray of light get reflected, and now it is approaching the surface BC. At the surface BC, it is also getting incident normally. It means it will reflected normally. See, this is the incident ray and this is the emergent ray. In the deviation of angle in between the incident ray and the emergent ray is 90 degree. That's why the prism is, this type of prism is used for to deviate the rays through deviation of 90 degree. Okay, see, same thing is happening over here. This is triangle RPQ, ray starting from A, making an angle 45 degree, getting incident inside the triangle or inside the prism. Okay, making an angle 45 degree with the normal at the inside face and getting refracted totally by obeying the laws of reflection, and then it is approaching the face PQ. Okay, and at the PQ the ray is getting incident normally, that means it will be reflected normally. Okay, and finally it is get we are getting the emergent ray. Okay, so the angle between the incident ray and emergent rays is 90 degree, or we can say the rays are getting deviated through an angle of 90 degree, and this concept is used for periscope. Okay, in the construction of periscope this concept is used. Then to involve image with a deviation of rays through 180 degree. So how this is happening? See this figure. AB is the object and A dash B dash is the image. From A ray is approaching or getting incident into the QR face. So at QR it is getting incident normally, that means it will get reflected normally, and at the face QP the angle of incidence is 45 degree, that means greater than the critical angle, that means the ray of light will get reflected by obeying the laws of reflection. Okay, that means R equal to 90, R equal to also 45 degree. and the ray will get deviated to 90 degree over here. Then it is approach the phase PR, and at the phase PR also same thing, total internal reflection. Then it is get reflected, and it is the ray will approach the phase QR again, and at the phase QR, see, the ray is getting incident normally. That means the refracted ray will get refracted, but normally I equal to R equal to 0. So for this case, we are getting what, the emergent ray with a deviation of 180 degree from the incident ray. See, two rays are parallel to each other, both opposite in direction. That means the phase angle is 180 degree, we can say. So here the deviation is 180 degree. Okay, if we consider subsequent point in the object AB, then we will get the image at x px like this. So we are getting an inverted image by deviating the rays through 180 degree. Then last one, to get an inverted image without any deviation in the rays of light. Without any deviation means rays are parallel but in same direction, we can say. See, rays is starting from A, getting incident in the phase PQ, then it is get refracted according to the laws of refraction. At the phase QR, it is making an angle 45 degree. That means it is making an angle greater than 42 degree or the critical angle value. Then it will get reflected by the principle of total internal reflection. And here at the phase PR, again the refraction takes place, and the ray will go in this direction. See, this is the incident ray and this is the emergent ray. Both rays are parallel to each other, and in same direction. Hence, as the both rays are parallel to each other and in same direction, we can say that the deviation is 0 degree, or there is no deviation in between the incident ray and the emergent ray. If we consider subsequent point in the object AB, then we will get the image like this over here. Okay, and for next point over here, we will get the image over here. Okay, so we are getting the inverted image of the object, and this type of prism is called erecting prism. Okay, and the incident ray, which is on the top, emerges from the bottom of the prism, and which is at the bottom emerges from the top of the prism. Remember, this type of prism is called erecting prism, and the prism where the rays are getting deviated through 180 degree is called choro prism. So thank you everyone.